Welcome back. We are back with another Consulis video. We're playing DUNE Imperium Uprising with the normal Bloodlines expansion. And we're going to be seeing how we do. So we're sitting in first position, playing in a... What is this? Is it A tier or is it B tier? Are we playing A tier or are we playing B tier? Okay, we're going to be playing A tier here. So blue picks Casimir in third. Oh, actually, let's quickly go through some of the players here. Blob, very strong player. Chokeline is also a very strong player. Both of them were at the Mr.Beast DUNE Imperium Invitational. I believe both in the third and the fourth tournament. So yeah, I mean, some very strong players here. So we're gonna see a Chokeline pick up Coda. LP picks up Casimir, which is a very good card. There's not much trashing on the row. I guess Engineer Miracle trashes itself, but I mean, under no circumstances ever, you're going to be seeing Engineer Miracle in fourth position. I feel like it's always going to be like gone to either second or first. But yeah, Blah is going to be picking up a Lacey Kaz, which kind of sucks because we wanted to play a Lacey Kaz simply because of the nice little card on the row called what is it called? Imperial Shock Trooper. That's a very fantastic card. I love it. With the Lacey Kaz because you can just get fold spaces with your signet ring and then take those fold spaces to Emperor and then have a massive 5-sword reveal, which it can be pretty overpowering early on, because early combats maybe are like what 7 strength, 8 strength, who knows. So yeah, we're gonna go through. I mean in this position is like what, like if you're playing a real game here, you probably should be picking up Beast. But we kind of want to play Orthodox, so I think shaddam might be a little unorthodox pick here. Obviously all these leaders are A tiers, so in a real game, like a tournament game, you should always be picking up Beast here, because I mean Beast in first position is like fantastic. You're never too sad about picking up Beast. So yeah, we're gonna pick up shaddam here. We're gonna get some interesting contracts. We do find our signet ring, which is good because we can maybe play our signet ring to accept contract, pick up the deliver supplies contract, and then go deliver supplies ourselves. And I mean, these contracts aren't great. We did find deliver supplies access. We did get another Solari. We did pick up another troop in because that's what shaddam's ring does. What does Lacey Kaz do? I mean, there is plasteel blades on the row, so it looks like if Lacey Kaz has a dagger and a dune in her hand, all she has to do is really just go what is it? Hog a basin with a dune and then play a dagger or put aside a dagger and then take that dagger to Assembly Hall or gather support and pick up plasteel blades. And then I mean these commander skills aren't great, but something could show off. Like since plasteel blades allow you to buy 2 commander skills, you can instantly buy a candy first and then maybe a driven shows off. So I mean if we see oh sorry, let me just quickly change the configuration here just so it's a little bit cleaner. So Bob's area is a little bit nicer. So you don't have to see the names. But yeah, we're gonna speak. Okay, Coda is gonna go for the plasteel blades buy, which obviously is very good early on. 4 Solari is nice, and also plasteel blades gets you 2 skills. Can be irrelevant. So 3 troops in from Casimir makes sense, right? Oh, actually, I'm surprised he actually went to Arakeen. The typical Casimir line is probably going to it's going to tactics. Also, when you have a signet ring, you kind of want to play your dagger first, or you want to play your another card first, so that you can use that card to trash with your signet ring, assuming he hasn't pulled any of his diplos. But yeah, we're just gonna go pick up more contracts here. We're gonna pick up the Solari contract here, the Harvest 3 contract, because the Harvest 3 contract is actually pretty relevant here. Because there's gonna be a +0 on Hog a Basin next round, so that means there's gonna be a +1 on round 3, and as long as Joe Klein doesn't really go there on his first action, we might be able to see Hog a Basin on a +1 to trigger the Harvest 3 contract. Yep, as expected, Joe Klein is gonna go pick up plasteel blades. What did Bob do? I didn't see what. Oh, Bob went to Imperial Basin and just deployed in, what is that, 2 troops? Okay, yeah. So I mean yes, we missed out on this combat, but it's actually not that crazy. It's like, okay, we missed out on 2 Solari, but unless the commander skills were really strong, which they're not, there's really no reason to hurry for this Solari. We have 5 to buy, so it's obviously going to be a Quash Rebellion. It could be an argument for Engineer Miracle, like maybe something shows off, but I think the instant pickup of Quash Rebellion with the amount of the fact that the commander skills are out there, it just might be a little bit difficult in this game because obviously this combat gives Solari and people might be picking up commanders. You never know. But yeah, we're gonna try to see if it works out for us. Um, but yeah, so Engineer Miracle for Bob. Picks up actually a really nice card for Joe Klein. Ruthless Leadership. That is a very strong card. Especially with his one commander skill, he can throw that commander in and then he start hyper trashing. Get rid of his daggers, get rid of his dunes, and he's gonna be in a really good spot. Yeah, I mean, we're the only ones who's lacking on Solar right now. I mean, typically this is what's gonna happen if you play a B tier and an A tier game. Like you're gonna be behind, so you have to find other ways to kind of get yourself ahead. And my other way right now is getting contracts. Right, contracts basically maximize my Asian efficiency. Like being able to harvest 3 and also get 3 Solari at the same time is much better than just picking up harvest 3. And also the card draw was super nice because the card draw allowed me to get Quash Rebellion, which is a fantastic card on its own. So yeah, what is Elise Cat gonna do? I guess Elise Cat's probably wanted to go get Plasteel Blades because they went to Imperial Basin last round. I guess okay. Let me think about what I'm gonna do. I guess I'm probably just gonna be going to Assembly Hall Tactics. It's not the worst idea because I can also like if I win the combat is a match for me, so I do want to win the combat. However, Joe Clan might be a little bit of a pain because it also matches for him, and he has a commander, so his commander is going to be worth at least 3 because of fears. I mean, to be fair, I could maybe, if I hit like a 2 Solari intrigue, I could maybe get like Kenny, and then, go into the combat that way. But obviously, that's a very big gamble. There's not many 2 Solari intrigues in the game. There's what, I think 3? Or no, there's 4 because there's 3 contingency plans, and there's one of the seas spice production or whatever, seas production. So actually, screw everything I said. Joe Clan himself is gonna be going for this commander skills. Okay, so what is this? Hasimir's gonna go pick up some commanders. Dude, are we gonna get a single commander this game? We bought Quash Rebellion hoping to pick up a commander, but if there's no commanders left to buy, we can't actually pick up. Quash Rebellion is gonna be useless. Okay, well, I did not foresee this happening. Okay, is he gonna pick up the commander? Oh my god, he's actually gonna pick up the commander. So we need to find a way to get to that. We need to find a way to get to that, assembly hall commander or the, or the Sardaukar commander. Like we need to find a way to go get there. There's 2 immediate contracts on the row and 2 Sardaukar contracts on the row. So I mean, not only I can acquire the Sardaukar contracts, but I think with the immediate contracts, I might as well pick up the 2 Solari. Might find something. So actually, okay, so we're gonna pick up the 2 Solari right now. So I guess my options here are either gonna go tactics. Well, okay, well I guess not. I guess I'm not gonna go tactics anymore because Bob's gonna go tactics. Because yeah, at least I had no access last round, so he's gonna have double access this round, which is guaranteed. So what's Joe Clan doing? Joe Clan's probably gonna go into this combat, I would think, right? Yeah, Joe Clan's gonna go probably Imperial Basin. What for a +0? Does he really? Is his hand really that bad, or is it just? Let's check. I mean, we also know he has 1 dagger, so I guess in this situation, Joe Clan might actually just try to maybe trash Desperate. Also, like, if I can get a trash off in this hand, I'm not too sad. He's gonna put in 2 troops. He's gonna be on 5 strength, 6 strength with his dagger on reveal. So if you could just go to Eric Heen, we actually do win the combat, and we at least we force Joe Clan to trash. We force Joe Clan to trash his Desperate, which actually could be relevant. So yeah, we're gonna be going to find our other dagger. Okay, so I mean now this kind of not that it was changing anything anyways. Like the 1 dagger versus 2 daggers isn't going to change anything. Joe Clan is almost always going to be trashing the Death Spread if he wants to win it, and if he doesn't want to win it, well then we win it anyway. Like he only has 1 dagger, we have 1 dagger as well, so that's going to put him up to what, 3 persuasion. He's going to trash Desperate. Okay, so as expected, I guess Joe Clan does trash Desperate, so we get what, 2nd in the combat. All right, that's fine, not too sad about that. Bob does pick up the nice Elisa card, Imperial Shock Trooper, as we said. Hasimir picks up some trashing cards. Eliminate allies, very good. But what am I gonna buy for? What is this? I have 3 to buy. 3 to buy. I guess like a Prepare the Way seems like the best option. 4 would have been fantastic for maybe like Spice Trader, but then again, like Spice Trader, we don't really have any intention of picking up the Fremen point anytime soon. But we can get up we can get like a nice spice though, so that could be relevant. I guess it has to be a Prepare the Way. We could just like trash our dagger, right? Buy Prepare the Way, trash the dagger on in the combat. Hopefully Bob doesn't have an intrigue. He has a intrigue to retreat troops. Fantastic. Okay. He has to retreat both troops. He can't retreat just one. Oh wait, sorry. That's a different intrigue. This is a retreat for attack, not retreat for 3 Solari. That's the immortality intrigue. Interesting. Bob picks up the forbidden weapon, so he's gonna be trying a forbidden weapon strategy. He does have siege, so he actually, I think that's what he's gonna do. He's gonna go to siege. He's gonna break the wall, and then he's gonna start spamming worms. Because like now he doesn't need Fremen alliances anymore, right? So he just has to hope that the combat gives him enough faction bumps. And actually, it is gonna be giving him enough faction bumps. The combat is gonna be getting him a lot of faction bumps here. Yeah. Oh my god. Because he's gonna win this combat, assuming he wins the combat, that is. He's gonna, score 2 points, 2 bumps on spacing. Joe Klein is just spamming these commanders. Man, like, dude, can I get a commander? So my only option here is to pick up the High Council commander or pick up the Sardic, or I guess there's a Dutiful Service commander. Oh, and Haga Basin goes. Okay. So I guess my only option here is just to go like Dutiful Service, right? And pick up the water that way. Okay, yeah. Okay, so let's look at this combat. Who's picking up? Who has the ability to get water here? Because I mean, if we could maybe pick up this Harvest 4, right? And we could pick the Harvest 4 contract, and then now we have the double harvest contracts, which is going to be useful when we go to Deep Desert. We do have to actually get to Deep Desert, right? That's the other thing. And the only way for me to do that is probably like find my diplomacy. I need to find my diplomacy from maybe going. I don't know. I need to find my diplomacy, or I need to find a way to get water. I don't have siege access. I just need to go deliver supplies. That's it. Yeah, deliver supplies, or actually gather support. Both of them could be useful. Okay. So we do have privilege, to be fair. We actually do have privilege access. So maybe we could actually go to privilege and maybe find a diplomacy that way. I don't know. It's definitely like a 1 in 5 or 1 in 6 or something. So it could be useful. Because I mean, now that Hago Basin is gone, my only option is to find my diplomacy through deliver supplies, or get 3 water through deliver supplies. Otherwise, this can be a difficult way to complete the Harvest 4. But let's see. What is Bob gonna do? Bob's gonna go to espionage. He's gonna put a spy probably on Swordmaster. It seems good. What is Bob gonna pick up here? Bob is gonna pick up. Yeah, he's gonna pick up the Swordmaster spy. Yeah, early on the Swordmaster spy is crucial. Because and like simply for High Council purposes, it's very good. For Swordmaster purposes, it's very good. I guess actually I might pick up the command. I might pick up the contract card here. I have two contracts. I mean, I have 4 contracts acquired. I have one of them completed. So and like it might be pretty possible for me to actually find the other commander, or find the other contract. So I guess I just need to have 5 persuasion this round, and I can get it. The question is, is anybody else gonna buy it from me? No, you know what? I'm thinking? I think I need to get 3 water right now. Like, because you know what Bob's gonna do? Bob's gonna engineer himself a 2nd place in this combat. Yeah, especially with this. He's gonna engineer himself a 2nd place in the combat, and then he's gonna get 3 water after going siege. So he's gonna be on 3 water. So my only way is to actually just hopefully find my diplomacy this action, with like a privilege play, which seems crazy, right? Like a round 3 privilege, seems absurd. Like the fact that you went double diplo to dutiful service or whatever, and then are playing for the spy that way. I don't know, but I think that is my only option here. I mean, it's a risk it for the biscuit. We have 6 persuasion to fight for. So with 6 persuasion, I mean not 6 persuasion. We're hoping to find our diplomacy 1 in 6. We also are last to buy, so maybe something flips off. Oh, okay, all right. Well, we hit our diplomacy. Fantastic. So now, as long as Bob doesn't go to deliver supplies, we should be okay. And Bob, he's probably going to siege here. He probably put us out as recon, I would think. It's signaling. Okay, but same thing. Yeah, as expected, he's gonna go to siege. He's gonna put in 3 troops just to make sure he gets 2nd place in this combat. Yeah, there's no way for me to like stop him from getting 2nd, right? I guess I can maybe go like tactics or something. No, but then I still miss out on the water, and then I still have to go look for the water myself. Yeah, and it's just a really heavy commitment. Oh, Joe Klein is super inclined to pick up the contract card now, isn't he? Yeah, he is. He's gonna pick up the contract card. He finds 5 persuasion, 6 persuasion, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yeah, from Assembly Hall. So he has 6 persuasion. He's gonna pick up the contract card, I think. But that sucks. So that kind of wanted the contract card because I'm probably gonna be getting it off. Yeah, Jokelan's gonna. Oh, okay, that's a nice card. I don't think I'm gonna be getting it because Hazmir has High Council, so he might be getting it first. Yeah, he's gonna pick up Holy War. So Holy War is a very strong card. Subversive Divisor is not a bad option either. Well, it's not the greatest option, but yeah, let's just go to Diverse Supplies here, pick up my water, set up for a Deep Desert now. Oh yeah, let's get my spy down on Swordmaster. What? Yeah, get my spy down on Swordmaster, pick up my Solari from completing the contract. So 6 to buy for Bob. He's gonna miracle first. No, he's probably gonna place a spy down with his wheels. And then probably he's gonna buy Subversive Divisor first. Does he trash Miracle? What would he trash it for though is the question. Like these contracts aren't really that great. Like they're really not good. These cards aren't really that good. I guess maybe for Spice Trader, but if he's gonna be playing for this like Forbidden Weapon strategy, Spice Trader is really bad because he has to keep going down on factions, which isn't ideal. He's gonna trash it. He's not gonna trash it. I don't know what he's gonna do. Like if I was in this position, I guess I might as well. Like I don't know. I personally wouldn't trash it because you could at least use that for like water to maybe spawn more worms. Really, picking up Spice Trader, that is so interesting. Like, when are you ever getting Spice Trader off? If you have Forbidden Weapons, you have to keep going down in faction bumps, or you have to keep going down in Fremen. Unless he plans on just spamming Fremen every round. I don't know. We actually pick up Undercover Assets, which is fantastic for me because I don't really have to wait too good to Fremen. But at least now I can go to like Siege and pick up like hooks for worms eventually. But yeah, it was a pretty nice out for me to find my Siege there. Oh, okay. So we actually did find our Quash, so we can actually deploy troops in the combat as well. Or anytime we deploy troops, we're gonna have 2 Solari. Not 2 Solari. We're gonna have 2 swords from Quash and 2 Persuasion. So actually, there's Panopticon on the road, so we might actually just complete the. Actually, we're gonna get the water right now. Get the spice right now. We can't risk it. We have these beautiful harvest contracts that we need to complete, so we're gonna complete them. We're gonna have 4 contracts done, and we are actually gonna be setting up for a Panopticon play. Right? Yeah. Because, I mean, nobody has Spice. We're going to go to High Council. We'll have, what, 2, 4, 6. We also have a Charismatic on the row. So we actually could have... Oh, we'd have to recall a Spy? Oh, wait, if we recall a Spy, then we can actually put the Spy back on Swordmaster. Right, yeah, we'll have 2, 4, 6, 7, 8 Charismatic, and then... Yeah, we'll actually have 9 Persuasion. So yeah, we could actually have 9 Persuasion here. We're gonna put the spy on Benny because we want to go privilege or not privilege. So we want to go to Swordmaster at some point. No, sorry, not Swordmaster. Espionage at some point. I mean, unless we get sneaked out of Panopticon somehow. So I'm just gonna change teams really quick for in the case like some spectators want to join and watch the game from like my perspective. Because I mean, sometimes learning from like one person's perspective is a very good way of learning because you can kind of ask yourself like, oh, what would I do? And then you can see what they do and you can think like, okay, well, would my way have been better or would their way have been better? So actually, we are just gonna get Panopticon here, right? The wall is already down, so Bob's probably gonna be worming here on Spice Refinery, I would think. Yeah, and we also have Charismatic. We're gonna recall a spy at Espionage, or sorry, at High Council, hoping to draw into a non-zero persuasion card, which I don't think we have any left because we trashed our dagger. So we have a guaranteed Spice Slow here. The question is, do we buy it right now, or do we pick up something else? But like these cards are not great. I think we have to buy Panopticon here, right? Like I guess we could set up for Swordmaster, but I mean, Bob is already gonna be buying Swordmaster, right? Bob's gonna be going Swordmaster, so I guess I could just go to I guess I could just go get Pano and also Driven. Driven's not a bad idea. The other argument would be maybe playing my Quash Rebellion to maybe to High Council to pick up, I don't know, like to still pick up Pano obviously, but then at least I get the 2 Slurry that I can use for to buy a commander, and then next round I can just play Splice Refinery into Swordmaster, so I'll have both instantly. Because I am first act next round, and nobody's getting Solari this round. Unless maybe Joe Klein goes to Espionage, which he can complete for 3 Solari, and then also find another way to get 1 more Solari. So it's like a very tough decision here. So it's either I play my Quash Rebellion, or I play my dagger for Spiceful Slow. Because Driven is out there, right? Driven's out there, and like also it's a nice commander skill to have, along with charismatic. Like I'm still gonna have I'm still gonna have like what 7 persuasion or something. Yeah, if I'm gonna play my Quash Rebellion here, there's really no reason for me to recall the spot. I can always just keep it there. We're gonna pick up the commander skill here and buy Driven, which is very good. Now we're gonna get passive spice, and we're gonna pick up a nice little Panopticon tech. Ooh, that's also a very nice tech to show off. Delivery Bay, very strong. Early on, it's great, because you get 2 Solari passively, which feeds your commanders, and those commanders feed you more spice to buy more techs. So it's like a circle. It's a loop. You get spice from Driven to buy more techs to get you more Solari to throw more troops into the combat to get more spice back. Anyways, what did Bob do? Bob played wheels to Swordmaster and got 0 value off of wheels. He's on 0 on both spacing and Emperor. Sorry for the little zoom there. Accidentally hit spacebar. What is Joe Klein gonna do? Guess he's thinking. Oh, he has Squash Rebellion. Ruthless Leadership. So he's gonna be throwing commanders in the combat. Okay. So since he's throwing in commanders, he's gonna be putting in 3 commanders or 3 troops, and he's gonna tracking 2 cards. Yeah, Ruthless leadership is so strong when you have commanders, or just even a singular commander. It's very strong because you just get to trash 2 cards on anytime you play it, and then anytime like any card you buy, like if it's like even if it's like a mid-tier card, as long as you've trashed like all your dunes, all your daggers, like and your recon, and you're picking up like a mid-tier cards. When I say mid-tier, I mean like things like Withdraw themselves, things that even give you like a spice or something on play. Those are much better than having to play your dunes or having to play your recons, which don't have an on play effect. So if you've just trashed all your base cards, playing non-base cards always feels good. So yeah, we have 6 to buy. So in this spot, what am I buying here? Maker Keeper. We're never setting up for that. I guess Maul Pistol could be relevant. I don't know. We get a spy down. The spy is almost always going to be going on like a draw space. Like we already have espionage. We already have the Swordmaster spy. I guess this one probably should be going on Spice Refinery for next round, or like Eric Kane. Oh, we also have undercover assets, so maybe I could think about putting it on Siege. Yeah, I could think about maybe putting the commander on Siege. We're also getting 2 spies from the combat. I just realized. Oh, I forgot about Treacherous Maneuver. That's a pretty good card. Yeah, it's probably that's probably the best buy. Bob's gonna go to Fremkit here and just spam the Fremen Alliance. Well, he's not even spamming. He's literally just. He's not spamming. He's just setting up for his forbidden weapons and Spice Trader. Okay. So Bob is trying to find a lot of momentum through just resources. And most of my momentum is coming through just like factions and Spice was slow now. Like it's round 4. I don't know if Spice was slow. I could have gotten one, to be fair, with charismatic, but I mean there's really no need. But Joe Klein is going to be picking up contracts. That's his version of getting points. So actually, do I have any green next? No, I have my ring. I have my ring next round. So I guess I'm gonna play a recon to refinery, and then oh, maybe I go undercover assets first to siege. I don't know. There's a couple things I could do here. I could go recon refinery, then play a signet ring to swordmaster, and then go undercover assets. Or I could maybe go espionage as well. Both of them seem fine. Like espionage would actually get me spice most slow. If I can find delivery bay, that would be good too. Assuming nobody else takes it from me. But delivery bay is a pretty good card that people might want to think about buying from me. Oh, I forgot. I also have command center. Okay, so my next card is my signet ring. So unless I'm missing something. But yeah, this is going to be this combat's also the Emperor combat, so it is like the combat that I'm really, inclined to go for because that's the alliance I'm trying to chase, especially with Panopticon. The other thing is I can also maybe this is really interesting because I kind of want to go to siege, right? But the issue is like my ring is at the bottom of my deck, so it's like I have to draw a card, right? But then if I draw, then I can't go to like privilege. I don't have enough Solari to go privilege. Yeah, it just sucks that I didn't draw my signet ring here. Now we're in a tough spot here, so I guess maybe do I even go pick up? Do I pick up contracts here on dutiful service? No, I have to go for the combat win, right? I can't even siege worms because I don't have another yellow. Like because I have to play my undercover assets to siege, and then my ring doesn't worm. I guess I can always retreat troops for with command center. That's like that's an option that I have. Hmm. I don't know. This is actually a tough spot. With this hand, I was really hoping that I forgot after my recon was in my previous hand. Um yeah, so I guess it's always gonna be siege. Get my hook water and troops in. Um there's no need to recall right now. Because I mean I'm gonna be playing my diplomacy, right? So then I'll have enough persuasion for once I retreat, I'll have enough persuasion as well. Um oh actually I did hit my signet ring. So I guess my next two cards are recon and signet ring. So I did hit my signet ring. Um Okay, I mean it's just really annoying because like I can't spawn a worm, but I do have enough troops in this combat to actually retreat, for for persuasion to actually have spices slow. So what am I doing here? I guess I'm gonna be going to I guess I could actually buy delivery bay and just get more Solari that way. It's not the worst idea. Delivery bay is a fantastic tech. The only issue is like I don't really. Do I really need that much? Do I need that much more Solari? I guess it's never bad to have Solari, especially with commanders and driven and whatnot. Oh, I driven and charismatic, so I'm gonna have what I'm rolling for 246. I'm rolling for place 9 persuasion without even retreating. So I guess if I retreat, then I'd have like 10 or 11 or something. Also Sardaukar here for blue. He's gonna pick up the commander. Uh don't tell me he's gonna go for this alliance, because that's the alliance that I kind of want to go for with Panopticon. I'm just really trying to disincentivize him from going for that alliance. Um, but yeah, it just sucks that people are fighting for me for my alliance, man. Like I was on 2 while nobody else was even on 1. What the heck? I went privilege on round 3. Anyways, we'll see how much he commits to this combat or commits to the alliance. Bob does have a worm in the combat, so maybe he could also think about trying to win it, especially with forbidden weapons. What am I gonna do? So it's either either I play my signet ring to like assembly hall, see if I can intrigue, pick up delivery bay, or I just play my diplo to like espionage, diplo to fremkit, diplo to dutiful service to pick up maybe another bump that might be relevant in terms of getting a alliance. A couple options I have. I think of delivery bay is really good. So I might just be picking up delivery bay. Like it's just so much Solari, right? Like the passive Solari is so strong. We already have high council. Like this passive Solari is just super nice, right? We're never sad about it either. So yeah, we're gonna pick up assembly hall here. Ooh, find a nice intrigue as well. That's a very good intrigue, especially with a nice little like high council revisit. So yeah, we have like 3, 5, 7, 8. We have 10 persuasion at the least. I guess we could go for like 12. I just realized Overthrow's on the row. I didn't even notice that Overthrow was on the row. I should have paid attention, but not that it really matters for Overthrow. But we're literally actually just going to be getting... what are we doing here? Yeah, we're just going to be getting Spiceless Slow. There's really no reason for me to get Overthrow. I guess it's to maybe get my Emperor point, but like, I think the Spiceless Slow is a little bit better. It's just, like... We can always just play our signet ring to like shipping or something and just solidify the Emperor Alliance. We don't really have to take the... We don't really have to go for the Emperor Alliance through Overthrow. What did Joe Klein buy? Joe Klein bought... Is that what Glow Globes he bought? Yeah, he bought Glow Globes. Oh, he's gonna early reveal for Overthrow. Okay. Alright, well, I'm glad he's early reveal for Overthrow, because now that just makes me not want to buy Overthrow. Well, not that I can, since he's bought it. But, and the good thing is, we can retreat in this. We can retreat in this. Okay, well, he's gonna deploy a lot more. I forgot he has a deploy and reveal with Holy War. That's right. That's why Holy War is a great card, because the deploy and reveal is fantastic, and also the moving people's spies and making people lose troops is very good. Yeah, we're gonna retreat. We're gonna deploy here and retreat. I mean, we're never getting placing anything in this combat, so we might as well retreat. We also get 2 Solarian Reveal from Delivery Bay. We're gonna get a Panopticon Spy. The Spy should almost always be going on like Eric Keen, Fremkit, Espionage, Accept Contract. Any of these like draw spaces is very good for a Panopticon player. So yeah, like with those basics in mind, you should always. I guess. Oh, actually, I forgot. Siege is Haga's also a really good spot for me because I have worms. So going to Haga Basin with these troops and the wall is always down. So it would actually be relevant too. Sucks that we didn't get Swordmaster this round. And it's just really tough decision there, right? We have 13 to buy, so we actually pick up the BGO, which is actually really nice as well with Panopticon because it just spams us more spies, which can be used to reveal. So even if you have one spy and reveal, Panopticon will get me the second spy. And then instantly with that second spy, I can just, trigger BGO for the extra persuasion. We already have High Council, so like BGO is gonna get at least 5 persuasion with High Council. Okay, so we're not gonna get anything from the combat, but it doesn't really matter. Like we have Delivery Bay, what else? Like we have our resources. We don't really need to, worry about Swordmaster. Well, sorry. As long as we find like maybe like a Quash Rebellion, maybe find any sort of way to get to Spice Refinery, or if we found our Signet Ring, then we find enough Solari for Swordmaster, which is important. Oh, we also have the other Emperor card. Okay, so maybe you can. Oh, we can actually use the other Emperor card. What is it? Trash Maneuver, and maybe use it to trash Command Center, or maybe use it to trash undercover assets, and then take the Emperor Alliance that way. Okay, that's also an option we have. Okay, so right now I need to focus on getting 2 bumps on Emperor. I need to figure out 1 bump on Benny and 1 bump on Fremen. Those are my points. Okay, and just Spice was slow. So we're currently on 3 points, which is actually like what, second in lead it seems. So what? Okay, so let me think what my next round is gonna be. My next round is gonna be, I can worm on Haga, I can get Swordmaster. Also, Sardaukar High Command showed off, so actually maybe there's a world where maybe I can get Sardaukar High Command. Not for the actual commanders, but literally for the point. If you're a Panopticon player, you kind of always have to aim for ways to get points that aren't the normal way. When I say the normal way, I mean like by factions, because you kind of only want to focus on your one alliance, and you want to work on other points. Contracts is a very easy way to score other points. When I mean contracts, I mean like Chum Transports, Chum Demands, and like the 2 contract cards for contracts completed on reveal. What are the delivery agreement and priority contracts? You could get those. And Spice is slow, obviously. So Sardaukar High Command also fits into that category of just external points. As a panel player, you should always be getting your match as well. So this hand is interesting because what am I doing? I guess I can I guess I can start with like an espionage play, to get my Benny bump right. But the issue is like I'm gonna be wasting my spy. I guess that's fine because I can still go to like privilege. I don't know. Since I have a spy on Haga, I guess I can always just go to like, I can always worm, right? I might as well worm, right? The only issue is like this combat's not really the best to worm. Anyways, let's take a look at what Bob's doing here. If I was Bob, what would I do? I mean, F5 Solaris, so I might think about going High Council. So I could probably put aside. Also, it just sucks that everybody has privilege access, because I was hoping that I'd be in like a position where it's like only me and one other person are fighting on privilege, so that we can alternate going to privilege. I mean, I do have the spy on spy on privilege to maybe like go there, so it could be useful, but it's kind of annoying that everybody has access to privilege. Bob's having a long think here. Not quite sure what he could be thinking about. Is his hand bad? Oh, he has to put aside a card. I guess he's deciding which card to put aside. Okay. I mean, I feel like this is pretty obvious, right? You just almost like, if you have a dagger, you put aside a dagger, but I guess he doesn't have a dagger, yeah. Oh, I forgot that any card that only has spy access also triggers Elisa's, ability, because any card with only spy access, so Public Spectacle, Strike Fleet, Wheels on Wheels, Covert Operation, those all trigger Elisa's Spice ability because they only have one access, which is considered spy access. So yeah, Bob is going for our Emperor Alliance. Actually, I've been saying it's my Emperor Alliance, but I haven't actually made any progress towards that third tier. So yeah, I need to find like opportunism. I need to find some way to actually get rid of that Emperor bump because I don't really need it anymore. I guess I might need it for privilege access, so it's not, maybe it could be relevant. Let's see. Michel Klein went to espionage, so he took my spot. So boo. Wow, okay, so everybody's, overthrow. Overthrow is gonna take the Emperor Alliance. Alright, so okay guys, maybe the Emperor Alliance is not mine. Because somebody's on 4 on Emperor, somebody's on 3 on Alliance, or 3 on Emperor, so yeah. Dang, no respect for the panel player. I don't think I've been disrespected like this before. But alright. Wow. And he takes the Alliance as well, he completes the contract. Alright, so does he have a deploy like a detonation or something? I'm holding up the Advert Tactics, so he can't have that one. He also doesn't have the spice for the Advert Tactics, so it would have to be like some sort of, you know, detonation play. So yeah, I mean, looking at my hand, I'm just like, what am I thinking here? It's gonna be Worm, obviously, right? Worm, and then maybe go Privilege, but also just find some sort of green. Oh, actually, I do have spices though now. 3, 5, 7, 8. I'm on 8. I guess I could play my play my Under Carassus to like High Council or Assembly Hall for Spice of Slow. Yeah. So Bob, as expected, put us out a dagger. Is gonna get the spice from Elisa's ability, and yeah, like, oh, actually, I could go to High Council, can't I? Well, do I have enough for High Council? Oh, I do, because charismatic triggers, so I could actually go to High Council and buy Sardaukar High Command. Which would actually be another point for me. The only issue is like, what is the point even if I go to High Council and come? Oh, actually, well, I'm not gonna go anymore, but I guess I could go to Privilege then, can't I? Yeah, because I mean, I'm gonna get 2 spice on a reel with my delivery bay. Yeah, like Privilege isn't the worst idea, but the only issue is like I'd have to remove the spy and then put the spy back there. It's just so much more difficult than it needs to be. I guess the other option would be maybe like, I don't know, like, do I really want to win the combat here? I don't know, it's not fantastic trying to win the combat here. Like, the fact that it doesn't match for me is kind of, it's really what's annoying me. Like, I wish the combat matched for me. That would be a little better, but it doesn't match. So, I mean, if I was looking for like a card in my deck, what am I looking for? I guess Quash. I mean, even if I find Quash, it's not like fantastic, right? Like what? I get 2 more swords on reveal. Like I'm already gonna have 2 persuasion with all like these prepare the ways. I have what, 3, 5, 7. I'm on 8 persuasion right now, so I just need to have 1 persuasion card. So as long as it's not a dagger. Oh, okay. So that's good because now I can retreat. Well, what is this? Like, I have Spice and Slow now. I always did have Spice and Slow with Charismatic, but now I for sure have Spice with Slow. What's Bob gonna do? Bob's gonna go to Fremkit here. He's gonna set up, he's gonna have 3 water. Does he double worm this combat? That feels like such a waste to double worm this combat. But also, I just realized, if I win this combat, maybe I can start charging for the Benny Alliance? Who knows? Maybe I could charge for the Benny Alliance, right? It doesn't seem too bad. And then maybe you could pick up like an Ornithopter fleet if it shows off. Yeah, Joe Clan's just working on completing his contracts. He does have 4 contract completers, so now his delivery agreement would be active. Oh, so Joe Clan's going for this combat too. Why? Why? Just for the match? I mean, not for a match, just for the Benny bump? I guess, okay. I'm literally gonna retreat, right? I have literally no interest in this combat whatsoever. This combat does literally nothing for me. I guess if I win it, it would be nice, but like if I don't win it, it's like, it's not the end of the world anyway. Actually, the other 6-coster contract showed up, so actually I have enough for spices, so there's really no reason for me to buy it. The only reason why I would buy that card instead of a Spice and Slow is because if there was like another 4 coster or another 5 coster that's like equally useful to buy with that 6 coster. But in this position, like that contract card, it would only be like a denial from Joe Klein, and it's not a great denial, to be honest. Um, yeah, like that denial is not really doing much. Um, Actually, it might be doing something because it's like Joe Klein probably doesn't have Spice and Slow, or he might have Spice and Slow. Who knows? I'm just gonna take my Spice and Slow here because like there's really no reason for me to buy that contract card because I don't really want to be in a position where it's like I have to draw it and then also draw like into enough persuasion for a Spice and Slow. Um, However, it can kind of be like it can be the same as the Spice and Slow, right? The Spice and Slow at least gets me Spice on reveal. That card I'm gonna have to trash it. It gets me 0 value. Hmm. So okay, so Bob's going for a worm here. Wow. Okay. So I mean, it does match for him. So I guess I can understand why he wants to win it. He does have forbidden weapons as well, so he probably has enough. He probably has enough troops to win it. I don't know. This is so interesting. This is like such an anti-Bob play. I've never seen Bob go so hard for this combat, especially the worms and everything. Oh my god! And Jokeland has Squash Rebellion or a Ruthless Leadership, so he actually doesn't buy the other contract card either. He's simply just gonna choose to deploy normally with and buy a Spice Slow. Okay, so I'm glad he chose that because now I can maybe buy the contract card next round. I guess I'm gonna have Spice Slow anyway with because I'm gonna have enough persuasion with if I just go to espionage next round, I'm gonna have enough persuasion to be able to trigger Spice Slow. So what's Joe Clan doing? Joe Clan's actually going for this combat. I've never seen this Benny combat go for 22 strength. Surely it can't be that good, right? Like, what is so good about this combat? I feel like, I mean, it's written in the books that it's like, this is the worst combat. Never go for this combat, especially with the worms. And Joe Clan is putting 22 strength in for this combat. And he's doing it simply for the bump. Like, that surely has to mean he has the end game, right? Either that, or he wants to rush to the end. He wants to rush to the like the round 7 end so he can get like the Benny point. He can pick up a Spice the next round. He can pick up the contract point next round, which is gonna be 9 at least, and then he finds a way to get maybe Spacing Alliance or the Fremen Alliance. So what? He's trying to rush to 10. Okay, so I guess I have to somehow find a way to catch up to him, which actually could be doable. Okay, what is his hand? It's not great. I have my diplomacy, right? Yeah, I have my diplomacy in my next action, next couple of hands, next couple of cards. Um, So I guess I could go like double faction this round with like a diplo and with like a espionage, swordmaster, and then I also have a decent bit of spice that could be useful for Sardaukar High Command, as we mentioned. So yeah, we just want to score as many non-faction points as much as possible. Actually, in this position, I don't think we're ever going to be scoring a alliance point here. I mean, with Overthrow in the game, and then, Chuklan probably going for this Benny alliance. Bob's going to go for Fremen. And we're pretty far away on spacing, so it doesn't look like spacing's going to be our... Yeah, I feel like if any alliance we go for, it's probably going to be Benny. But Joe Klein himself might be going for the Benny alliance. The only reason why I said Benny is because we have a spy there, so it's like, and we have a decent bit of access there. We have Diplos, we have our Emperor cards, could be relevant. But let's see, where did Joe Klein go? Joe Klein with research station, so he's gonna start, researching. He's putting in 3 troops. I guess I could try to win the combat. This combat doesn't match for me, but the spies, it does match for me, like in the sense that like I would have the spies to pay for this combat. But also, this combat does match for blue, and he's going to be trying to win it. He does have Sword Master, so he does like action economy, he does beat me on action economy here. So this could be like, first action, it could be like Sword Master, it could be High Council, or even Espionage. Ideally not High Council. I don't really need more troops because my garrison is basically full. Can't get any fuller. Yeah, with two cards on my deck, so I'm probably going to be going to Espionage here. Just draw some cards. Yeah, and also get my Benny bump. I mean, it's Quash. I have Quash as well. Okay, yeah. So put the spy on Emperor on Fremen, and just get my Fremen bump that way, and then we have all of our Panopticon points done, and ready to, do other things. We also have a commander that we can instantly deploy and then and trigger Quash Rebellion with. And next round, we might actually have enough for privilege, assuming that the combat does go blue's way. Seems pretty likely that it's gonna go his way. There's only two people with hooks, me and green. So no, he's not gonna be able to worm unless he somehow finds a way to get a Fremen bump and then also be able to go to siege and then also find a way to deploy a worm. He could also just do it with unexpected allies. That intrigue is out there. Nobody has played it, so could be useful. Let's see, where did Bob go? Bob went to accept contract. He's gonna pick up the Highliner contract. Okay, I guess he's planning on going Highliner, which makes sense, right? He wants to go Highliner and then maybe deploy a worm. Or maybe he doesn't want to do it this round. Maybe he wants to go next round, huh? Okay, so privilege for Joe Klein. He's looking for that contract card and a Spice with Slow. Okay, so the question is, can he end it this round? Spice with Slow, which is 1 point. Contract card, which is 2 points. Where's the third? Where's the third point, Joe Klein? Or the fourth point, I guess. Because can he end it this round? It seems unlikely that he can end it this round, unless I'm missing something. So yeah. Yeah, we're gonna go. I guess we had to go Swordmaster here, right? I guess we might as well. Do we play our Signet Ring here? Oh wow, playing our Signet Ring. What does that even do for me? Nothing. Wow. Okay, so I mean, yeah, playing Signet Ring here. We don't need a recall obviously because we want to make sure we have enough. We have enough Solari for privilege next round. We're gonna pick up Sardaukar High Command. And yeah, we're gonna pick up more Solari, put troops, or just set up for troops in next combat. We can also go to Fremkit this round. Just put in 2 troops as well, and just the only issue is like these 2 troops. We're gonna be in the position where our garrison's gonna be larger than 6. Actually, is it gonna? No, we're gonna have exactly 6, aren't we? Which is actually fine because we have picking up. That's actually fine if my garrison exactly 6 troops because I just need to deploy 3 times and my whole garrison would be emptied out. So yeah, this is fine. Okay, so I thought this was actually a lot worse than it is, but this is good. Now we also have we can also get some Spice or Solari from this combat if we get third or something, which might be pretty possible, especially with But however, Bob does have forbidden weapons, so he's gonna have at least three strength in the combat, at least 5 if he puts a troop in. But to be fair, we also have some we have some swords of our own. We have another 3 on reveal. So what's my next hand gonna be? Do I want to draw into it? Nah, it's definitely interesting. There's nothing crazy. I have the Benny stuff, so it could be relevant. I also have that stupid Emperor card. There's a world where I don't really want to draw because I have Treacherous Maneuver. So I kind of want to keep my Treacherous Maneuver and maybe draw into my Treacherous Maneuver with my undercover assets. So maybe I can threaten maybe spacing, maybe threaten Benny. Maybe I want to also have enough for but there's also a scare, afraid, a scare that I have that if I end up buying, I'm gonna have 3 Spice Slows at the end of this round, right? If I have 3 Spice Slows, there's a chance that if I don't draw another card or try to reshuffle my deck, there's a chance that I could draw triple Spice Slow, double Convincing, and just not be able to do anything. Obviously, it's a very low odd that happens, but it is a possibility, right? And that's a pretty disgusting possibility that it would happen. And I don't really want to risk it, so... and Fremkit got blocked. So, with Fremkit being blocked, I guess... you still have to go to Fremkit, right? Just draw the other card, and hopefully we, don't end up with, a situation where it's like Fremkit... where we have double Spice of Slow, double Convincing or something. I guess it's a valid thing to be scared about, but it's also, it's pretty unlikely that it would happen. But yeah, we just have to hope and pray that it doesn't happen. Let's see. Joe Klein went to Fremkit. He's still searching for his he's still searching for the 4 contract card. He's searching for the 4 contract card. He's searching for Spice with Slow. Does he have pointing? He doesn't have pointing, right? Oh no. Never mind. I don't know why did I think he had pointing? Must have been a different game. Okay, so Blue's gonna go to what? Oh, Blue's gonna go to Assembly Hall. Interesting. I guess he figures he's already going to win the combat, so there's no reason to try to deploy more. It is really weird though, because Bob does have a worm in the combat, and he has like he's setting up for the Highlander here, so he might be choosing the Highlander here, and that might be pretty bad for our friend Blue here, because if Bob Highlanders and wins the combat with the worm, it would be what, at least 2 points for him. I'm seeing, well, three if he scores if he removes all of his spies. He does have two spies, right? Yeah, he does have two spies. So yeah, he could remove both spies and get, um, yeah, and then get another third point. So that could put him up to like what, 8 or something. E. Okay, yeah. So I mean, we're gonna go to Fremkit here and just hopefully not draw into a really bad hand next round. Yeah. Oh, I forgot. Okay, so we have 6 persuasion, 6 troops exactly next round. And the reason why I deploy the commander here in this situation is because I mean, first of all, it's a spice, right? But also because it's better to deploy commanders because you can always recruit them later on. You cannot recruit more troops, right? Because if you end up going to Arakeen, you can only deploy in 3 troops. You can't recruit another troop in, right? Um, Externally. But if you throw in both your commanders and you have and you have just a commander, a garrison, if you have a commander in your supply, you can spend that 2 Solari and make Arakeen into a 4 troop deploy because of the commander versus being a 3 troop deploy. It's just could be relevant in terms of combats, especially with tier 3s being a very decisive combat, or tier 3s being very decisive, and those can go up to like 30, 34 strength, 38 strength. I've seen some go to like 43, 45. So with like those extra 2 swords that you need from the commander is actually extremely helpful and relevant. So actually, wow, possible futures on the row. So there's some nice cards on the row. It's just round 7, so really nobody's gonna be buying it except for like Splice of Slows. Let's see what Jokelan does here. Jokelan's gonna be going to, um is he going to Assembly Hall? Or sorry, not Assembly. He has to go to Splice Refinery here, right? I guess, yeah, I guess he has to go to Spice Refinery. Bob chooses not to go Highlander, by the way. He did have the access, but I think he's scared of the fact that Blue has Holy War and his whole like Fremen synergy this round. So he plans on deploying it on reveal. Which is completely valid. Yeah, I also forgot that Blue had Holy War, but I guess he has Holy War, so that's why Bob didn't deploy. And yeah, good notice from Bob. So he's gonna be targeting next combat. We also have a way to deploy on reveal. I just realized. So it's like fine if we had extra troops in our garrison, because we can always just deploy on reveal. Because we have adaptive tactics. Choklan's trashing. With ruthless leadership because he has the commander in, which is completely makes sense. Okay, so we just have to hope and pray that we don't draw into a really bad hand, and it's like something playable. Because even if it's slightly playable, we can figure out a way to get the privilege and get something going for us. Yep, Blue's gonna buy Spice Slow, and he does have Holy War as we thought. He has Holy War. I don't know. I'm not quite sure why he's conserving troops. I mean, I feel like there's really no reason for him to conserve troops. Like he's never gonna play. I guess he could place next combat, but there's really no reason for him to conserve them because he's not gonna be trying to win next combat. Like I have a full garrison. Like I'm never gonna let him try to win the next combat, unless his intrigues are that good, or they're like or unless his intrigues are like so red that they just have to be combat intrigues. And he's saving up for next combat. But let's see what happens. I don't want to assume anything from his intrigues. So we actually have what? We have what? 3 points from Panopticon. That puts me up to 9. Okay. And then we have this adaptive tactics card. Yeah, I guess my only path is like hope that the next combat is winnable. Well, not winnable, but oh wow. Choklan actually finds the contract card and has exactly 6 persuasion, so he doesn't even need to find Spice Slow. He's just gonna have 6 persuasion and pick up the contract card. Actually, yeah, this is fine with him. This is fine for him. So yeah, actually, lucky for him, he's gonna pick up both. He's gonna end up getting both of the contract cards. Or both of the contract points. That's not good. What is this? The only question is how else is he ending it? So he could hit what? Oh, it's Fremen. It's Fremen, Spice Slow, and the contract point. That's what it is. That's what he's gonna be doing. Okay, so I guess maybe blocking Fremkit would be a good option, but then he gets good like tactics. But then if he goes to tactics, then he doesn't get the draw, which might be relevant in terms of him actually getting spices slow. He doesn't have any spies out, so not having any spies out does decrease the chances of you having spices slow. Even though he has high council, like it doesn't guarantee himself. It doesn't guarantee him spices slow. But yeah, I think that's Joe Klein's path of trying to end the game next round. He plays Spice's Power to retreat troops, to pick up 3 spice. I guess he's setting up for like spice tie breaks. Maybe even like try to set up for, or maybe fight next combat. Who knows? Currently we're ahead of him, so I guess he just allowed me to, beat him in the combat. Never mind, I spoke too early. He has 3 swords, so he's actually gonna beat me in the combat and tie with Bob. So he's gonna pick one of their 2 Solari and 2 Spice, which is actually good enough for High Council. It could be enough for Nav Chamber. Not that Nav Chamber is really gonna change. Actually, Nav Chamber does change things, doesn't it? Yeah, it does, because it allows him to get the Fremen bump without having to go Frem Kit. Oh my god, this combat is disgusting. Propaganda, really? Okay, we found a very playable hand. Fantastic. All right, good. So we have a very playable hand, so we can actually play this hand. So we can start with like an Eric Keen play, and then we can go to Privilege, because Casimir doesn't have access to Privilege. So we're gonna go to Eric Keen with our Prepare the Way. I guess we could go with our we're not gonna go with our Signet Ring. We have to go with our Prepare the Way. Dude, okay, so this combat, there's really no reason for me to try to win it. Why would I try to win this combat if it's this bad? Like, I'm a Panopticon player. I'm never getting the Emperor Alliance, right? Even if I put a worm in, I'm still never picking up the Emperor Alliance here. This combat just really stinks. Okay, so I guess I just have to hope and pray that I have enough points otherwise. Because I'm currently on 9 with just Panopticon, so I could score the 10th point through maybe, through just, either, I guess I could, if I win the combat, I would score the 10th point. The other option would be, sorry, I'm gonna get a Spices of this round for sure, right? Especially with Quash Rebellion. Seems likely. So I'll have Spice from slow. So that's gonna put me up to 10. The only question is, where's the 11th point coming from? Because like if Bob wins this combat with the worms, which seems to be what's gonna be happening, because I'm gonna let him win the combat. Actually, do I even let him win the combat? This combat, like, although it's really bad for me, it still effectively is still a endgame match. Like, I might go for it simply because it's an endgame match for me. But yeah, we're gonna start with some just card draw. Okay, we did find a convincing argument. So our Spice Slow is basically nearly guaranteed. So yeah, we're gonna go Frem Kit there. We don't. Oh right, we have Sardaukar High Command. So our commanders are even 1 less, and that allows me to trigger Charismatic. Yeah, so now we still have enough Solari to go Privilege as well with our dagger. Yeah, Bob's gonna go Highliner as expected. He's gonna complete the contract. Puts in, what is that, an 18 strength Highliner? 16 strength Highliner, is that? Okay. And Bob's gonna go Highliner, and then Bob's gonna send it at Worms. Okay. Like, we don't have an alliance, so like we're literally under no threat. Yeah, Choklan's gonna be ending it. Choklan's gonna win this combat. Not win the combat, sorry. Choklan's gonna find the Spice of Slow, which is gonna be 9. And then find the contract card. If he finds the contract card, it's gonna be 10. Question is, where's the 11th point? Does he have the 11th point? I guess Benny Alliance could be the 11th point. We also have to somehow, like, we have to like, right now I'm thinking like I'm gonna be on 10 points, right? I'm thinking I'm on 10 points with just the spacing bump, the Benny bump, that's 9, and then Spice Slow is 10. The only question is, where's my 11th point? I feel like 11 might be, I don't think 10 and Spice is gonna cut it for this game, especially against a blue, because blue also has blue at least has Spices, which is 9, right? And he qualifies for like a couple of endgames. He qualifies for Spice Slow endgame. He qualifies for, I guess that's all he qualifies for. Oh, blue could also go to like Fremen. Yeah, that's another point for blue. That's 9. Oh, Spice is gonna be 10, and then he could have like any endgame, probably the Spice endgame. Secret Spice trade for the 11th point. Oh, that's gonna be a lot of points for him as well, isn't it? Okay. I don't want to worry about this right now. We're gonna figure that part out later. We're gonna go to privilege. Is it worth it to maybe just buy 88 for the singular intrigue? Like, I'm literally never doing anything with that spy, am I? Like except contract. Hmm. I don't know. Okay, let's see what we draw into. Okay, we draw into. Okay, wow. Spice slow is more than guaranteed. I was worried about drawing my spice slows, but apparently I'm gonna be drawing everything but my spice slows. Okay, so we're gonna recall our agent from Fremen. Yeah, there's no reason to take an intrigue right now. Um, yeah, the tech is like at least not. It's definitely not worth it right now. Hmm. I need to find more. Like, what am I? Even if I do find an intrigue, what am I looking for? Actually, I do qualify for a decent bit. I qualify for three techs. I qualify for two spice slows. I qualify for the chum profits. I qualify for um the desert mouse match. I qualify for a decent bit of endgames actually. So it's not like unlikely that I missed the endgame options. Who knows? Let's see. Bob, where did Bob go? Bob went to espionage to put a spy on privilege. Okay, so I guess Bob wants to go privilege himself. To buy a Suspenser, maybe? I don't know what the plan with that was. I mean, he has worms, so I guess his argument is maybe go Benny and then find another bump. Like he has to find another bump on Benny and then also worm. Um, and then that's gonna somehow get him enough points. I don't know. Joe Klein was given Spice Refinery, so he gets to pick up another two cards, which is, I mean, basically gonna guarantee him that he draws into his contract card. Since he's been trashing so much with Ruthless Leadership. I mean, his Ruthless Leadership has been basically an MVP for Joe Klein and his deck. Um, he's picked up the contract card. He's picked up both contract cards actually, so it's been very easy for him to do that. So yeah, we have what spices still this round. We're just gonna put Pip to 8, and then the two panel points are gonna be Pip to 9 and 10. So I guess my only option is what? I guess I'd find like an end game somewhere somehow. We do have two actions. Find an end game or win the combat. So which one seems more likely? I guess winning the combat seems a little bit more likely because we have adaptive tactics, right? We can always deploy on reveal. So like even the extra troop that we got from Signet Ring isn't even like an issue because we can always just deploy that on reveal. Um, yeah, there's really no reason for me to like worm this combat. Like there's not gonna actually to be fair, there's not much. Not that I'm looking at my hand, like I don't have much. There's not much I can do in this game. Like I can maybe go like gather support. I can maybe like I have no access to blue or yellow. I just realized. Actually, now I have access to blue, so I can go to like maybe Arakeen or go to Siege. I guess the other option would be just picking up a spy on like maybe just picking up a secrets intrigue. Because like I think that's at this point might as well. Oh my god, Jokelan finds the 11th point. That's Chom transports. Actually, can we talk about that foresight really quick? Like the foresight to know that you needed Chom transports, to or like the fact that you're gonna go for a very contract heavy game. So he finds Chom transports, and is gonna actually instantly have the end game point. So that's at least 11 as long as he's found the other contract card. And if he sees Spice Refinery, which actually is probably gonna be allowed. I don't think anybody's gonna be blocking Spice Refinery, but if he sees Spice Refinery, that's gonna be what, another 3 card draw. So that's gonna basically guarantee Spice slow, and also guarantee himself, um, and probably he's also getting guaranteed to draw into his other contract card. So that's like nearly what, it's nearly guaranteed. So that's 11 points right there. So I guess I have to find a way to get the 11 points. So it seems that the only way for me to do that is win the combat. Yeah, winning the combat seems like the only way right now. So yeah, go to Arakeen here, find double spice. Okay, finally, there's my spices close that I was not hoping to draw earlier, but did we find it? We did find it now. Okay, let's see. What's my persuasion count? I'd have 2, 4, 6, 8, and I mean, if I just play my, I guess I could literally just go to secrets. But this hand is horrendous, right? I was looking for anything that allows me to like deploy more troops in the combat. But it's just kind of impossible for me to do that with this, withdrawing both of my spice and slows. Yeah, I guess I'm just gonna go try to deploy as many troops as possible. Um, we can all deploy it on reveal with delivery bay, but I think deploying right now is like equally fine. Adaptive tactics allows me to deploy on reveal, so I could do that. Okay, Bob's gonna pick up Suspenser Suits. Gives up a what's that? Two sword intrigue for some more swords. Does Bob have yellow? I feel like he's been delaying this yellow action. Like he's been delaying going to worms. Does he not have yellow? Oh my god, has he trashed all of his yellow or just not found his yellow? I actually didn't check his deck. I just assumed he was gonna go to worm, but he's been delaying it quite a long time, which is really surprising because it's a pretty prime spot. I mean, it just sucks that like nobody else has worms, and other person who has access to worms, has no yellow. So maybe the only person, maybe both players who have access to worms don't have yellows. Okay, so Joe Klein is going for this combat, it seems, or not going for the combat, but like he's gonna try to place in this combat. So he's gonna be on 11 and like 3 spice, or 11 and 4 spice if he gets something from the combat. If he has another spice on reveal or something, it could be like 5 spice or something. So I guess I don't know. I guess my option is what, win the combat and also have like 5 or something spice, which actually isn't completely unlikely here. Hmm. Okay, let's see. Let's see what we draw. What is that? Desert Mouse. Wow. Okay, so we just found the endgame. Okay, well this changes everything actually because now we're in a position where even if I win the combat, there's no reason for me to try to win the combat. There's literally no reason. Okay, so Bob did find yellow. Oh, I guess he's playing for Spice Pistol instead of going for yellow. Why would he not worm here? Okay, that's interesting. Okay, wait. So I just found an endgame, and Joe Klein found exactly enough for Spice Slow and the contract card. Okay, so he's on 10, and this combat's gonna put him up to what? What is this? 2 spice. So that's up to 3. So he's up 3. So that puts him up to what's and a detonation too. Okay, so that's what 17. So he's gonna be at 7 spice and 11. Okay, so I found an endgame. So that puts me up to what? That puts me on 11 as well. So I'm on 11. Um. So since I'm on 11, I guess I just have to try to spice max and hope that Jokalon has no intrigues. So I know I can if I have 11 and just like a shit ton of spice, I beat him, right? I'm currently on 5 spice, right? I'm actually tied with him in the combat right now, right? So I think if I just figure out a way to just beat Joe Klein, but beat hopefully lose to Bob, because I don't want to win the combat. I don't want to. There's actually if I win, there's actually a scenario where if I win the combat and Joe Klein gets third in this combat, he actually beats me on Spice tie breaks. Oh my god, that's disgusting. Okay, so I want to try to maximize my potential of getting like spice from this combat, right? So since we know Joe Klein has no intrigues, my best option is just to make sure I can engineer myself a second place in this combat, so I can get 3 spice and maybe another end game or something. But so I'm currently ahead of Joe Klein in spice, right? So if I play adaptive tactics, right, I could play adaptive tactics and just beat Joe Klein in the combat by 1 sword or by 1 troop or whatever, right? Which is going to guarantee me spice because there's only 4 players and one of them is going to get 4th. And as long as I'm ahead of one of the guys, I'm going to guarantee myself at least 3rd. So yeah, I'm gonna put in 1 troop, and I'm gonna hope that Bob does not trash his forbidden weapons and decides to actually keep it, and also has some swords on reveal or whatever, right? I have to hope and pray that Bob has enough swords. Even if Bob ties me, even if he has 1 sword, it's okay. Yeah. So actually, this is the first time I've been in a position where it's like I actually want to lose a tier 3 combat so I can win the game. Well, this also does assume that blue actually doesn't have any end games. But looking at his deck, looking at like his situation here, there's not many end games he qualifies for. He doesn't have 3 techs. He doesn't have four contracts. He doesn't have a Shadow Alliance, even though he has Overthrow. He doesn't have Shadow Alliance. He could have Secure Spice Trade, which is 1. Oh no, he can't even have that. He doesn't even have 2 Spice and Slows. He can't even have that. So he could literally only qualify for 1, which is Desert Mouse, which is the one that I am holding. So there's literally no intrigues in the deck that blue could have here to win. So I'm gonna be beating blue in this combat. So it's just a matter of trying to make sure I get second in this combat instead of 3rd or 4th. Actually, I'm happy with 3rd. Um, I'm happy with third as well. Because that still gets me more spice than Joe Klein. So let's see what blue does here. Blue's gonna have what, 5 swords? Oh, he's gonna beat Joe Klein. Okay. All right. Well, now it's great. Um, Joe Klein has no intrigues. So okay. So what does Bob do? Bob's gonna take his bumps. Um, we find 2 more card draw. I mean, not that it matters now, but we can do it later. Um, yeah, we have the 2 end games. That's gonna put me up to 11 and what, 7 spice versus his 3 spice. Yeah, and actually it would have been even closer if blue didn't have that. If blue didn't have those 5 swords there, it would have actually been my 7 spice versus his 6 spice. So if I had actually chosen to win that combat, which was the original intention, right? If I had chosen to win the combat, I would have actually lost the game. Which is what a crazy turn of events. I've never seen that happen. Where it's like I've like purposely thought, you know what? I want to lose this combat so I can win the game. Um, I mean, it just shows you how bad like propaganda is. Like like especially when you're playing Panopticon, like propaganda screws you up so freaking much. But anyways, if you guys enjoyed that, enjoyed the commentary, enjoyed the video, um, then make sure to like and subscribe for more. And we'll see you guys on another video sometime soon.